What's going on with the CS2 skin market, the legendary reunion of Get Right Forest and Freiburg, and the latest drama around Senzu? Hello there friends, you're watching CS2 News Hub. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. And right before we jump into the news, I have something to tell you guys. A quick note about the channel. Our last video got blocked by YouTube, which really messed with the algorithm. So to help us, please just hit the like button and drop by in the comments below and write something bigger than 7 words total. It will boost us a lot, so we can keep bringing you more CS2 content. Now, let's finally get straight into it. First things first, the Mongols have finally announced their new player, and it's the 28 years old Mongolz. Don't worry if you've never heard of him, because honestly we hadn't either, but the Mongols coach Mara clearly saw something in him. Over the 8-year career, Mongolz hasn't won a single tournament, and his biggest achievement was qualifying for the first stage of the Austin Major together with Chinggis Warriors. I mean, he's obviously not the next Donk, not the next Nico or something. His recent rating is just 0.99. HLTV's striker wasn't impressed either. He said, why would they pick a 20-year-old IGL? He's definitely not replacing Senzu's roles. That's like a 2 or 3 out of 10 move. And striker basically answered his own question. You know, Mongolz might become the new IGL and Blitz will just play as a rifler. Who knows? But honestly, it's kinda safe to say that we probably won't see the Mongols making another grand final anytime soon. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they will. The team now has just over a month to prepare for the biggest event of the year, and replacing a player like Senzu is close to impossible, to be honest. No one really understands why the org decided to make such drastic roster change right before the major, but there are some theories. For example, another guy from HLTV, Professor, suggested a few possible reasons. He believes Senzu's departure could be linked to gambling issues, which are reportedly common in the Asian scene. He also thinks Senzu might have left on his own, unable to handle the sudden fame and fan pressure. Speaking of, people from the community have brought up his past. His removal from a previous team, NKT, was surrounded by mystery. Rumors claim that he had been stealing from teammates and staff, but a few days ago Senzu himself denied it all. He said NKT never paid him for 4 months of play and that after leaving he was stranded abroad at a bootcamp with no money. His coach, Machine Gun, was in the same situation and he had a newborn child at the time, which made it even worse. They barely managed to come back to Mongolia, both broke and exhausted. Later, Senzu said that once the Mongols came into the picture, everything got sorted out. They paid his buyout and even covered his debts to NKT. Wait, what? His debts to NKT, he said. Okay, that doesn't really make sense, but maybe he miscommunicated or something. And because of the past, many people assumed that Senzu must have done something shady again, like stealing from the teammates. And obviously, Thorin pointed this out. He said the Mongols really need to explain what happened with their best player, basically because he left a month before the major. Things escalated even more when NKT released a statement saying Senzu's version of events was false. They also claimed Asbayar was involved in stealing property belonging to team members and staff. Now everyone's waiting for NKT's next move as they promised to release a full statement with evidence soon. And while we wait to hear more from NKT, let's talk about what's happening with the CS2 skin market right now. Knives have dropped massively in price, but I think you know that already. And yeah, the red covered skins are skyrocketing. Most traders and knife collectors are completely tilted, including some pro players. Even though Spinks used a famous copy post on his Twitter saying that he panicked, sold everything he owned and he's officially out of CS2 market, others were pretty serious. For example, Raz from Game Religion says pretty much the same, but he's not joking, I guess. And Perfecto wrote that he feels robbed. But not everyone's that upset. For example, Launders said he's actually happy about the update. In his words, knives have been insanely overpriced for years, and now it's about time everyone could afford one. He added, skins make the game more fun, and that's what really matters. And honestly, I can't agree more. As you probably already know, the total skin market cap dropped from $6 billion to just $3 in only a couple of days. But there's some good news for the traders. The market's slowly recovering, and now it's back up to around $3.8 billion. Most likely that's because players have started opening cases like crazy again. Because, just listen to this, according to Gabe Follower, about 31 million cases were opened last month, and in just the first 3 days after the update, another 15 million cases were opened. Yeah, that's half of the monthly total in less than a week. Unreal, and Gabe is rich as hell. While most high-end traders are basically panicking and selling things, one Eastern European investor shared his thoughts on what's coming next. And this guy definitely knows what he's talking about. Even after losing more than $300,000 in skins, he's planning to keep investing. CloseTap, that's the name of the guy, explained why Valve did what they did. And it's pretty much obvious. You see, Steam doesn't take the 13% fee on expensive items because they are mostly sold through third-party websites like CS Float and others. Now, think about how much a butterfly Doppler costs, and then you will realize how much money Valve is missing out when those trades happen elsewhere. CloseTap outlined 3 possible scenarios for the future of CS2's skin market. First, investors from China and Europe would start buying up every newly crafted knife on the market, just because they want to prevent prices from completely collapsing. Second, big investors could leave the market entirely, taking massive losses and bringing knife prices down to around $20 to $30 for what used to be premium items. And third, investors might move their money into older, untouchable skins, like the Dragon Lore or AK-47 Vulcan, which can't be crafted anymore. We'll most likely find out what really happens pretty soon, on October the 30th, when the trade bans on all newly crafted knives expire. This update will definitely go down as one of the biggest moments in CS history. Sadly, the chaos also led to some tragic news. Reports from China say multiple people have taken their lives over huge financial losses after buying skins on bank loans. Guys, if you're in a tough situation, always remember that this isn't the end. Money come and they go, but your life is irreplaceable, so if you want to talk, let's just do it together. Now let's get back to the pro scene. We can talk about skins later. Recently it was announced that the legendary Ninjas in Pyjamas trio of Get Right Forest and Freiburg will reunite to play together again, and it's happening on LAN. They're joining a Swedish tournament with a $10,000 prize pool. The best part is that Simple and Electronics team, BCG, will also be there. I really hope that they will face each other in the grand finals. That would be an instant classic. We will definitely keep you updated on how the LAN goes. Now, if you're standing, you might want to sit down, and if you're sitting, maybe even lie down. FACEIT just announced that soon you won't be able to play on Windows 10. Yeah, I know it's a bit of an exaggeration, because everyone still has at least 1 year to upgrade to Windows 11. And the reason basically is that Microsoft will stop supporting Windows 10 pretty soon, which could give cheat developers an unfair advantage. So yeah, instead of buying skins for $50, it's maybe worth buying a Microsoft 11 copy for like $10 or so. Now, we also learned that the organization Made in Brazil has been sold to Spawn Media. This probably won't affect the players or the roster too much, but it's actually the 3rd time the tag has changed owners. Back in the 1.6 days, MIBR was an independent brand. Then in CSGO it was acquired by Immortals Group. You might know them, they're pretty big. And now they are owned by LOS. And finally, a quick update on Heroic. If anyone thought Alcaran was going to be kicked and missed the major, you were wrong. It's official, Alcaran will be playing in Bucharest. I mean, it's not the major, but he is back on the team. He even posted a little message for his haters. Flying back to Bucharest. To everyone who thought I got kicked, suck it. And yeah, that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to please like the video and drop by in the comments below because of the incident with the previous episode. So yeah, I would really appreciate it. We're not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.